Sorry for that little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are back up and running and right back into the party as Andrew Fable takes his lead up against Adam Daniels. This top 8 battle, Andrew Fable doing a great job through outside 1, but Adam Daniels is shortly behind him as Fable doing a great job through outside 2. Daniels trying to close up that gap as they work their way down the hill into outside 3, but Fable doing a great job in our judge's eyes, checking through the checklist, going through the checkpoints exactly as he needs to do, nice and deep through outside 4. Daniels just trying to keep up with the S14 of Fable. Both drivers working away from the team's corner here from outside 5. Fable rotates down that reference point. Daniels is right there on the backside, almost making collision as they work into the outside 6. Daniels with an aggressive chase, but Fable with a solid lead lap. SR20, it's in the game. Jake, you're a big Jay-Z guy, all right? Take it easy. Let it die. You're a Jay-Z dude now. That's right? You're going to drown with the rest of us, bud. Ooh, big CA18 guy. Look, everybody with an SR eventually grows up and gets a Jay-Z. If you don't grow up, it'll just blow up, and then you're going to have to get one anyway. All right, here we go. The second half of the battle is Adam Daniels now taking that lead position with that E36 convertible going up against Andrew Fable in that blue S14. Fable now in that chase, already putting down a great lead lap for Daniels to play with. It is now Daniels' turn to chase or lead the responsibility. And Fable making sure his presence is known all the way from the beginning. It's Fable trying to clean up proximity as Daniels locked into outside 1. Looks like Fable's doing a good job trying to close up and go into outside 2 down the hill as both drivers work their way into outside 3. Daniels doing a good job through that box. Fable clicks it off as well, but shortly behind him as Daniels charges through that front inside clip into outside 4. Fable starting to close up the proximity now as both drivers on the outside edge of 4 and dive into outside 5. And Fable right to the side of Adam Daniels' BMW as both drivers really celebrating through the people's corner. Daniels down to the bottom side. Fable jumps through the smoke and back up to the reference point, right to the back side of that BMW as both drivers finish off that lap super strong. Adam Daniels in that E36 convertible getting chased down by Andrew Fable. A hell of a battle here, round 4 of the Gambler. You guys are just joining us. This is a 235 tire class only round, as all 20 drivers out here had to run a 235 tire. And Adam Daniels and Andrew Fable are showcasing that they can still be quick and agile on their feet, diving at each other, making moves, conscious decisions to try to get the advantage here in our judges' eyes. But we'll have to wait for our judges' final decision for a verdict. And Adam Daniels gets the win. Daniels takes out Fable, stealing that Drift HQ Let It Ride token, taking it into the top 4. Adam Daniels walking in with some extra money in his pocket thanks to that Let It Ride token. And one of our 4 drivers here battling it out for the top of the box. Adam Daniels, or your spotter, if you can hear me, after your next battle, you are not done. You need to battle for 3rd place, so don't go far. All right, here we go. Rich Whiteman versus Jimenez. Whiteman leading in that S13, getting chased down by that E46 of Jimenez. Both drivers work their way into outside 1. Whiteman deep into outside 1 like he should, but Jimenez starting to fall in the formation now behind the S13 of Rich Whiteman as both drivers click into outside 2. Whiteman deep into outside 2. Jimenez shortly behind him coming down the hill and going to outside 3. Jimenez avoids outside 3 as Whiteman's deep into outside 3. Gets nice and close to that front inside clip. Jimenez a few sacrifices to set himself out for outside 4. Whiteman doing a good job, nice and deep. Jimenez a few sacrifices to keep that proximity as both drivers rotate into outside 5. Whiteman doing a great job, nice and wide, but Jimenez on the side of that F13 as both drivers work their way down to the reference point. Jimenez giving him maybe too much space, tries to make his move now as Whiteman's nice and high on the bank, but Jimenez starting to close it up across the finish line. Jimenez hanging onto a South Bay fuel injector, let it ride token, looking to double its value here, but first he has to take out Rich Whiteman. Rich already putting down his lead run, being our higher qualifying driver. Jimenez now responsible to give the lead. Rich Whiteman the chase. All right, Jimenez taking his sweet time, rotating around a road course, using every second he can to probably cool down his machine. A wise choice, leaving Rich Whiteman to sulk in his decisions of his previous lap, waiting to chase down the E46 of Jimenez. Both drivers now locked in the grid, just waiting for our lights to illuminate. Our judges are ready. I'm ready. My body's ready. Are you ready? Lights are illuminated. Here we go for the green. Jimenez now taking that lead position, getting chased down by Rich Whiteman. That's my dad. Jimenez initiates. Rich Whiteman shortly behind him. Both drivers work their way down the hill here. Raceway Park going into the uphill here in the outside zone. Rich Whiteman doing a good job holding his proximity. Jimenez doing a good job keeping that BMW nice and deep through those zones. Rich Whiteman maybe sacrificed a little bit of an angle, but keeping that proximity nice and tight as he follows Jimenez down the hill. Rich Whiteman doing a great job keeping that SR20 to the side of the E46 of Jimenez. Both drivers dump it to outside 4. Rich Whiteman taking that lead of Jimenez very confidently as Jimenez doing a great job through outside 4 and rotates into outside 5. Jimenez doing a fantastic job of giving the real estate for Rich Whiteman to play with. Rich sacrificing the angle, trying to get savvy to set himself up to put it right past over the reference point. Got to get back up to that outside zone. And Jimenez super tight. A great lap out of Jimenez in the lead, but Rich Whiteman shortly behind him the entire time. That's going to suck for our judges to judge as Jimenez putting down a great lead lap. Rich Whiteman doing a fantastic job chasing him through, maybe sacrificing some angle trying to hold that proximity, but nonetheless holding his angle. We're going to see how the judge weighs that run versus Rich Whiteman's lead lap when Jimenez's chase. If you guys are joining us on the live stream at home, you are watching the side-by-side. Rich Whiteman taking his lead on the left side, Jimenez to lead on the right. Our judges are deliberating over our last battle between Rich Whiteman and Jimenez. Jimenez holding onto a South Bay fuel injector, let it ride token, looking to double its value if he can find victory. Rich Whiteman looking to steal it if he can win. And it's official, Rich Whiteman gets the win, stealing that South Bay fuel injector token from Jimenez and knocking out Jimenez from the top 8. Whiteman works into the top 4 where he'll see battle of the victor from Frito and Root. There you go, Frito taking the first half of his battle as he clicks into outside 1, taking the lead with Trevor Root to chase. Frito, I mean, I don't know if that was 3. I think that was 3 tires. Trevor Root showing some patience to get right back in the formation as they fall down the hill. Frito getting super wild through outside 1 and 2, cleaning it up now as he dumps himself into outside 4. Trevor Root shortly behind him. Root with that turbocharged E36 getting chased down by that LSA supercharged V8 of Trevor Root. Frito doing a good job waving at Root through the hairpin. rotates back up and flicks back into outside 6. Frito's just out here having a great time. Makes some noise for both Frito and Root as they finish off the first half of their battle here. I just got word over the radio that Chris Meyer, unfortunately unable to fix his machine, giving the win to Nate Chen. Nate Chen will walk his way into the top 4, seeing battle against Adam Daniels, holding on to that Drift HQ Let It Ride token. All right, we have one battle left in our top 8. Frito versus Trevor Root. To finish its conclusion, the second half here, Root is holding on to that South Bay Fuel Injector Let It Ride token, which has stolen it from Mike Knapp in a previous lap. He's looking to double its value. Frito's looking to steal it, where he'll go up against Rich Whiteman in the semifinals. And here we go, second half of the battle. Trevor Root now taking the lead. Tim Frito to chase. Root initiates, Frito initiates shortly behind him as both drivers start to click in. Frito punching in the door of Root before even a judge zone. It's like, hey, bud, I'm still already here. Trevor Root cleaning it up, going into outside 2. Frito trying to close up that proximity after that little bit of a stab going into outside 1 as both drivers dump into outside 3. Root rotates past that first inside clip. Frito doing a good job holding it tight. A bit of an angle sacrifice there to hold that proximity, but he's doing a fantastic job keeping it to the side of Root's BMW as both drivers work their way through outside 5. Root doing a good job holding his place through outside 5, but Frito trying to bark back up through the reference point, back at the outside 6. Root doing a fantastic job, but Frito's right there. And Trevor Root gets the win. Trevor Root gets the win, doubling his South Bay Fuel Injector Let It Ride token, taking out the man Frito. I think I have to announce at that point. Let me double check. Yeah, at that point, we have a winner of our last man standing. Make some noise for Trevor Root. Comp's not even done. The man's taking home $400 cash. I mean, he didn't win anything, IRS. Frito burning off with little left as the circle's underneath that BMW on the exit. All right, we're going to go back to the left side of the bracket where we have our semifinals. Nate Chen with that FD-RX-7 going up against Adam Daniels with that freshly stolen Drift HQ Let It Ride token. Trevor Root sitting in the semifinals with both the Freedom Motorsports and the South Bay Fuel Injector Let It Ride tokens. Root having a hell of a payday already. He could choose to keep those tokens and put them in his pocket, but I'm sure he's going to let it ride all the way to the finals. In the finals, those Let It Ride tokens lock in their values. So whatever has been accumulated or doubled each win from our drivers, they get put into that final, and those values of those chips lock in. So if you get that stolen, you lose all the money. It's definitely a cool aspect to our gambler. It allows our drivers another way to take home money without even having to win. This is going to be Nate Chen's buy run against Chris Meyer. Chris Meyer unfortunately having an oil failure with the Z46, choosing to save his machine. And Nate Chen checking off, getting some extra laps, some seat time in the car, setting himself up for a semifinal battle going up against Adam Daniels. All right, at this time, Nate Chen's going to go put some new rubber after his bye run against Chris Meyer in the second half of that battle there. He finishes off. He's going to get some fresh rubber underneath going against Adam Daniels. On the other side of the bracket, you have Rich Whiteman going up against Trevor Root. At this time, Nate Chen, Adam Daniels, Rich Whiteman, Trevor Root, you're required in surgery. We need you out in grid immediately. We'd like to finish this up. We want to crown a winner here today. We want to put some boys on the boxes. All right, looks like two of our competitors, both from both battles, are putting new tires underneath their car at this time. If you guys are joining us on the live stream, thank you for joining us on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to do it again. Go show our event sponsors some love. They have come out here to make sure our drivers have both prizes to win and a venue to come through. A big shout to Drift HQ, South Bay Fuel Injectors, Freedom Motorsports, Racers Tuners, 506 Wraps, Vital Focus, East Coast Drift School, Tire Stacks, FDF Race Shop, Valino Tires, and of course, Raceway Park for supporting the Gambler Series all year long. This is round 4. We have one more round this year in the stadium. Get over to racewaypark.com and get yourself signed up to drive with some of the best in the country. I actually, Reese, are you gonna come lick some taillights off? Round 5? We're up in the air. Maybe they got to get a whole new staff. We'll just go drive. All right, it looks like we got Rich Whiteman and Trevor Root poised and ready to go into the burnout box to warm up their tires. Rich Whiteman, our number 2 qualifier here today. That's my dad piloting that SR20 powered S13 coupe going up against that LSA supercharged V8 E36 of Trevor Root. Trevor Root hanging on to a South Bay Fuel Injector Let It Ride token as well as that Freedom Motorsports Let It Ride token, looking to double that with a victor going into the finals. All right, it looks like our drivers are locked into the grid. We're going to wait for our lights to illuminate. Our judges are ready. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. This is Rich Whiteman taking his lead against Trevor Root. This is our semifinals here at round 4 of the Gambler on the road course. Rich Whiteman now taking his lead. Trevor Root to chase. Whiteman initiates, Root shortly behind them both before our last initiation point as Trevor Root with a major shutoff there. And Rich Whiteman is going to finish off his lap here. Trevor Root looks like he's had some mechanical issues. An unfortunate turn of events. Definitely not what you want to see in the semifinals, but that machine taking a licking throughout the event here. Rich Whiteman finishing off his lap. All right, looks like Root may be dead in the water over there. We're going to get him cleaned up off of the track because he is in turn one's bail-off. That's an unfortunate turn of events for Trevor Root and his LSA Supercharged V8 BMW. Rich Whiteman completing his first half of the battle. Theoretically, Root has a 5-minute timeout. Once he gets towed to his pit, him and his team can make the repairs if they feel it is feasible. Rich Whiteman now on ice, waiting for the second half of his battle for the victory to go into the finals. The other side of the bracket, we have Nate Chen and Adam Daniels poised and ready for their battle. Nate Chen and Adam Daniels, if you're not already, please report to the grid. Adam Daniels hanging on to that Drift HQ Let It Ride token, looking to double its value, working his way into the finals, but he's got to get through Nate Chen and his FD RX-7 first. Stay tuned just in moments as we get to our final battles here of round 4 of the Gambler. We just got to clean up Trevor Tree, that guy. Hey, Andrew Fable, one of our driving competitors here. Come on, Andrew Fable, the myth, the man, mostly myth. All right, so let's first recap. Let's tell the people who you are.
I like SR20s.
All right. What do you drive?
SR20s.
All right. What's your favorite food?
I like pizza.
All right. Well, we're out of pizza, man. I'm sorry. All right. So, how was your day today? Did you have a good time? We're out of pizza. There's crust in there.
Dude, who doesn't eat their crust?
That's me. All right.
Dude,
I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. Get out of here.
Yeah,
all right. Now get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You can take the pizza, though. You can take the pizza. All right. If you guys didn't know, that's Andrew Fable. He's the reason I have to eat my crust. It's just weird bread. I don't want that part. Well, Andrew wanted more content for his shop, so now he can go home and he can watch that on repeat. All right. We're just waiting for our drivers to return to grid. Nate Chen, Adam Daniels, report to grid. And it's official, Trevor Root, mechanical failure, is out. Rich Whiteman walking into the finals with both South Bay Fuel Injector and Freedom Motorsport Let It Ride tokens. Well, hopefully, Root, that $400 last man standing victory helps put back whatever you broke. On the other side of the bracket, we're waiting for Nate Chen to report to the grid to go up against Adam Daniels in his convertible E36. I repeat, Nate Chen, we need you in surgery. Please report to the grid. All right, Nate Chen working his way out to the grid. He's going up against Adam Daniels, holding onto that Drift HQ, Let It Ride. Daniels piloting that E36 convertible. But first, we're going to send Whiteman on his bye run to finish and conclude his battle against Trevor Root, unfortunately having a mechanical issue, bowing himself out of competition here today. But he did win the last man standing, so he gets a cool extra $400. Well, sit back and enjoy the sweet sounds of SR20 as Rich Whiteman takes his bye lap. And he's just going to go home. He's just going to wave. Diana White. Boo! Boo! Spend your money. All right. Well, that's my dad. That sucked. All right, Adam Daniels warming up his tires now for his battle against Nate Chen. We thank you guys for your patience once again. Just trying to collect our monkeys for our circus here. Adam Daniels warming up with Nate Chen poised right behind him. We'll get to a tandem battle here in just moments. Rich Whiteman walking himself into the finals, waiting for his opponent right now. He's back on grid, waiting to see who he has to take out to get the top position on the box. And these gentlemen are fighting it out for number 2 and the number 3 position. Unfortunately for Trevor Root, he does have a third place battle, but it doesn't seem like the mechanical of the car is going to allow him to compete. So as long as the loser of this battle doesn't mechanically destroy themselves, we'll probably have to rely on qualifying count or something. There's some math and rules. But as long as the loser of this battle still has an operable machine, in theory, they should be awarded that third place position, unofficially. I'm also not a doctor, so I can make up whatever I want. And the green is illuminated. Adam Daniels taking that lead with Nate Chen and that FDR7 to chase him down. Daniels, that E36 convertible, initiates well before that last initiation point, and Chen's right behind him. Both drivers click into outside 1. Daniels doing a good job, and Nate Chen right there barking on the side with that V8-powered FD. Both drivers rotate into outside 2. Daniels doing a fantastic job into outside 3. Daniels nice and deep. Chen lost in the smoke behind the E36. Chen with a great showcase of patience in the smoke behind Adam Daniels' E36 as both drivers work their way through outside 4 and rotate into outside 5, the people's corner. Daniels keeping out of the mud. Chen taking a tire line, trying to keep it to the side of Daniels. Both drivers rotate back down to the reference point and back up. This is the last outside zone. Daniels doing a fantastic job, and Chen a little bit of a hesitation going into that last zone, but both drivers finish off across the finish line confidently. Adam Daniels smoking out what the low light of the sun coming down here. We'll see how the light and the smoke plays into the second half of this battle as Nate Chen now has a responsibility to lead with Adam Daniels to chase. Our drivers are migrating around the backside of Raceway Park, allowing their machines to get a little bit of a cool down. We don't allow our drivers to drift past tree turn over the finish line or anything in the backtrack, but they are allowed to cruise their machines to allow a mechanical slowdown or check over and make sure everything is safe to shove it into the next half of the battle. Nate Chen piloting that V8-powered FDRX7, now taking the lead position, getting to get chased down by Adam Daniels in that E36 convertible. Waiting for our lights to illuminate. Our judges are ready. I'm ready. Our lights are ready. Green means go. Adam Daniels now taking his lead. Nate Chen the chase. Daniels in his BMW walks his way down and initiates well before. Nate Chen clicking into that outside. Daniels right there on the backside of him. Both drivers doing a good job through outside 1 and then rotate back in. Rotate down the hill to outside 2. Chen doing a good job going through the judges' checklist as Daniels trying to keep that proximity as they rotate through outside 3, up and past the front inside clip. Daniels trying to make a move now, dump it into outside 4. Chen doing a good job getting nice and deep in the 4, but Daniels is short behind him on the backside of that FD as they jump into the outside 5, the people's corner. Chen lifting a wheel, dumping it, but Daniels chasing his line all the way through. Daniels giving some room to fix his mistake and jumps back in for that outside zone. Chen doing a good job, but Daniels shortly behind him and across the finish line. Chen dumping the rear axle into the mud, holding its composure, lifting a front wheel, but Daniels said, okay, I'm here to party too. Our judges are watching this same live stream. You guys are watching at home with a side-by-side. You have Adam Daniels taking his lead lap in the left side of your screen and Nate Chen with his lead lap on the right hand. Our judges are watching meticulously both runs of both of our drivers in both cases of their responsibilities to see who will be our victor going into the finals to face off our number 2 qualifier, Rich Whiteman. Adam Daniels looking to double that Drift HQ Let It Ride token going in with a win, but Nate Chen looking to steal it to go in. Our judges are still deliberating over our live stream drone shots of both Adam Daniels' lead and Nate Chen's lead. Both these drivers doing a fantastic job in the semifinals here of round 4 at Raceway Park of the Gambler. And we have a victor, barely getting past the judges' scrutiny. Adam Daniels gets the win, doubling his Drift HQ into the finals, going up against Rich Whiteman. A great showcase from Nate Chen in that FD RX-7 as he had our judges really out here doing the math. Going back and forth, Adam Daniels getting the win, doubling that Drift HQ token, going into the finals where they'll lock in their values. Rich Whiteman and Adam Daniels sitting here in the finals. Nate Chen will have to see a third place battle going up against Trevor Root. I believe Trevor Root having a mechanical failure, unable to make it to the line, but we still have to give him the chance. Nate Chen will have to make sure that his car is still capable of competing and he will lock in that third place position. But now we are waiting for Adam Daniels to go put some fresh circles on his car, and we'll have Rich Whiteman lock himself in, and we'll get down to the finals here at round 4, this 235 tire only class at Raceway Park, the Gambler. So give us just a moment and we'll be right back to the action here momentarily. All right, according to some math, it is official. Nate Chen is going to get that bottom spot on the box. Unfortunately, to Trevor Root's mechanical error, Chen getting further in the competition will be awarded the bottom side, but don't go anywhere. We have our finals between Rich Whiteman and Adam Daniels to see who will be the victor here today at round 4 of the Gambler. All right, while we waited for our final drivers, our next heated battle, Barry from Adidolo Gentleman getting chased down by G on his unicycle. Both of our media guys helping create all the content you guys see, both on the live stream and all the stuff on our social media. G's holding in. G, punch him. Take him out. Punch him. Put a stick in the wheel. I want to see some fist fighting. Give him an elbow. Really fight for position here. But damn, they're tandemed in. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there from G in the backside. I mean, honestly, they're doing a better job clicking the boxes off. Click, click. I'm pretty sure that dude's asleep. Yeah, that dude's dead. I gave him alcohol poisoning. Andrew, if you're not aware, somebody said every time I say click, he's going to take a shot. I'm pretty sure I killed that guy. Click. That was the last of the bottle. You're welcome, buddy. Enjoy. G, hit him. Take him out. Hit him with the. Hit him. Barry, hit the brakes. Just lock him up. All right, well, due to that fantastic show, we've chosen just to cancel the rest of the event because that's way better. Rich Whiteman, Adam Daniels, please report to the grid. All right, let's hit it. Let's warm up these guys. Let's get back to it. We're going to finals here of round 4 of the Gambler. A big shout out to all our media guys that are helping capture everything throughout the entire series of the Gambler. Also a big shout out to all you guys that join us live and in person, online, and the crews that help make our drivers get out here and destroy everything they own. Why, I'm talking about you. Can I get a woo? All right, Adam Daniels in the bark box, warming up his tires as we speak. Rich Whiteman in that SR20 powered coupe already sitting in the position for that lead lap. Our second qualifier, he has the responsibility of leading first up against Adam Daniels, which is our number 5 qualifier here today at round 4 at Raceway Park, the Gambler. The sun's coming down here at beautiful Raceway Park in New Jersey. We are ready for our finals here of round 4 of the Gambler. That's my dad in the lead. Adam Daniels in the chase. The green's illuminated. Let's go. Final battle here, round 4. Raceway Park, the Gambler. Rich Whiteman taking the lead. Adam Daniels, chase. Both drivers initiate bone into outside 1. Rich gets himself locked in early. Adam Daniels, a little bit of a sacrifice trying to get back to the door of Rich Whiteman as both drivers rotate down into outside 2. Whiteman doing a great job. Daniels maybe a bit too deep through outside 2. Whiteman doing a fantastic job through outside 3. Rotates past that inside clip. Daniels trying to close that gap up as they dump into outside 4. Both drivers jump into outside 4. Rich doing a fantastic job, but Daniels starting to close the gap now as he jumps into outside 5. Daniels trying to make his presence known as Rich Whiteman's doing a fantastic job through the people's corner. Daniels right there, shortly behind the SR20 powered coupe, but Rich Whiteman as both drivers rotate into outside 6. Whiteman nice and high. Daniels right there on the side barking as they cross over the finish line. A heated first half of the final battle here, round 4 of the Gambler. Rich Whiteman in that lead. Adam Daniels in the chase, making his presence known, but Rich checking through the judges' checklist. Now it is Adam Daniels' responsibility to go out there and give the real estate for Rich to work. Rich needs to make no mistakes because if he leaves anything on the table, Adam Daniels has to put down a heater of a lead lap, and he could take the win here. Both these drivers holding on to Let It Ride tokens thanks to Drift HQ, South Bay Fuel Injectors, and Freedom Motorsports. There's a ton of extra money, never mind the big checks and the glory on the podium. Here we go, the second half of the battle. Going down right now as we wait for Adam Daniels to work his way back there. I got excited. He's not there yet. Sorry, I got real ramped up. Rich Whiteman's over there. responsible adult, patiently waiting. Adam Daniels, we're hoping, is in. Yep, there he is, working his way from the backside of the track back in. And the second half of our final battle here, round 4, about to take way. All right, our judges are ready, waiting for our lights to illuminate on that repurposed Raceway Park drag tree. Rich Whiteman chasing down Adam Daniels. Adam Daniels piloting that dark-colored E36 BMW, going up against Rich Whiteman in that white and yellow Nissan Silvia. All right, the second half of the finals battle here at round 4 of the Gambler. Daniels clicks in well before the last initiation point. Rich Whiteman shortly behind him. Daniels needs to get it out to outside 1. Whiteman doing a similar shake to try to clean up that proximity, but now falls into position now as both drivers work their way into outside 2. Daniels rotates down the hill, getting into outside 3. Does a great job through 3. Rich making some sacrifices there, trying to hold his position as Daniels shoots into outside 4. Rich trying to make a move now as Daniels starts checking through outside 4, rotates up to the people's corner outside 5. Rich jumps through the smoke, trying to put some pressure on as Daniels doing a fantastic job through the conclusion of 5, rotates down. Rich gives him a little bit of room and jumps in, barking right back at outside 6, but Daniels holding super strong over the finish line. Our judges are going to deliberate here of a winner between Adam Daniels and Rich Whiteman of the finals of round 4 of the Gambler. Due to a mechanical failure, Nate Chen already solidifying that 3rd place, bottom side of the boxes here, taking off one of the big checks. We're looking to see who our other victors are here. Our judges are locked, focused. Not Ricky. Ricky's not focused. The rest of them are focused. All right, it looks like we have a winner. We're going to send our drivers to our podium for our award ceremony. At this time, I need our top 3 drivers to the award ceremonies. Adam Daniels, Rich Whiteman, and Nate Chen, please report to the award ceremony. All right, we are just waiting for our big checks to be written up. We have our winners. We also, I'm pretty sure, have some sort of liquid beverage so you guys can spray each other, get each other moist. All right, as we wait for those last little bits of the big checks, our trophies, and everything else from Race Control, a last big shout out to our 2023 sponsors, Drift HQ, South Bay Fuel Injectors, Freedom Motorsports, Racers and Tuners, 506 Wraps, Vital Focus, East Coast Drift School, Tire Stacks, FDF Race Shop, Volino Tires, and Raceway Park. Thank you guys for helping make the 2023 Gambler season happen. We have one more round over in the stadium. Make sure you guys get over to racewaypark.com and get signed up for the last round of the Gambler in the 2023 season. Both 235 class and unlimited tire. Oh, trophies are out. Look at that, that's shiny. All right, it looks like we have our assets ready to go. We'll start off due to a mechanical failure taking out Trevor Root. Make some noise for your third place driver here, Nathaniel Chen, piloting that VA-powered FD RX-7. It's upside down. All right, and your finals here today. Adam Daniels competing in that convertible E36 BMW. Way better dressed than the other guy. Of Rich Whiteman, that's my dad over here in this SR20 powered coupe. But we do have a winner here today. Make some noise for Rich Whiteman taking on the #1 spot here at round 4 of the Gambler. Do not hesitate to also make some noise for the other driver that made it a close call, Adam Daniels, taking that #2 spot on the box. A big congratulations to all 3 of our drivers here today and all 20 of our drivers that came out to compete in this 235 class only here at round 4 of the Gamblers. All right, boys, go ahead. Get her moist. Celebrate. One more time, make some noise for your round 4 Gambler winners here at Raceway Park. That's my dad. All right, now they're all wet. Make some more noise for them because it makes it weirder. Your winners here, round 4 of the Gambler. Thank you guys for joining us here live and in person at Raceway Park. If you guys joined us on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our sponsors, our social chatters, and get over to racewaypark.com and get signed up for round 5. We'll see you guys there. We're going to give away